the Skit Guys Podcast, starring Tommy Woodard and Eddie James. And now, two guys who do the Oprah yell at every available opportunity, the Skit Guys.
It's the Skit Guys.
It's summer.
It's already hot.
It's already hot. I've been just lounging in my driveway, just rednecking it in my driveway.
I love that.
Yeah.
Why go in the backyard when you've got a driveway?
I want people to see that it's summertime. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And I'm just hanging out in my driveway. Yeah.
Wearing your tank.
Got
you
my
wearing
tank
tanks?
on. Got a picture of tea, the whole bit.
Do you wear jams?
Yeah.
You wear
I
the
do.
long shorts, the jam shorts?
Well, I roll them up because I need a little bit of a
nice.
tan on my legs, right?
Got to get some sun on those legs.
So yeah, summer loving. Yeah, it's all of that.
I want to wear shorts,
Uh-huh.
but my lack of shin hair, it just makes it tough.
Buddy. Yeah.
Because people will ask, "Do you shave your legs?"
Yeah, you
No,
got nice legs.
Well, the older I get, they're ashen. So
They're
now
ashen.
now it just lacks hair and it's ashen. So how do you? It's a catch-22. How do I get sun on my legs so they're less ashen,
That's
but
good.
nobody see them and hang out in my driveway?
Have you ever thought about just going next to a fire? Just like really close to a fire, like
Just
you build,
burn them.
yeah, just build like a, just do whatever you can just to stay as close as you can to the fire, and see if it don't just give you a little charred look. Which from a distance it'll look, my gosh, that guy, he tans well.
He's a tanner, isn't
He's
he?
a tanner. Yeah.
He's got the shins of George. What's his name? Who's the guy back in the day that looked like leather? He was always so dark.
George Hamilton.
George Hamilton. Yeah. He's got the shins of George Hamilton. That one.
Do you know George Hamilton? I was flipping channels, and George Hamilton was on one of those wife swaps. You know, the TV show Wife Swap or whatever. And so, his wife went. And they're very rich. Went, they're kind of like D-list celebrities, right? So that woman went somewhere, and then someone just cornpone hick came into George Hamilton's world, and he is so tan and so old and so leathery, and pretty much just has things a certain way. Just rocked old George Hamilton's world. It was very fun.
Was it awesome? Is it worth looking up?
It's worth looking up, sure. Yeah. George Hamilton handled it like a pro. I think he knew the camera was on him, but he was having to do some stuff that he did not want to do. But anyway.
Buddy.
Yeah.
He was one of the Colonel Sanders.
He was. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So.
I will say this. At one point, because I really do talk about my shins too much to my wife, because they're just gross, right? And she was like, well, just use my self-tanner. And I was like, no. But since then, several times I've really eyed it closely. But I haven't used it yet. I haven't used it yet.
Just do it.
No. Well, then it's going to be like, he has the shins of an Oompa Loompa.
No. Go, hey, get you one of those like 1987 beach chairs, you know, the kind that like fold in two parts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So knock out the kickstands, open up the top part, open up the bottom part. They're kind of plasticky, right?
Yeah.
Get you some water, you know, some iced tea, whatever.
Hold on. I need to get. Let me
write these
taking
down?
notes. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Water,
iced tea, kickstand.
Whatever you want. But sit out there in your driveway because out in your backyard, the grass just doesn't really give that tanning effect. But if you're in your driveway with that concrete, when it's all heated up, man, it's going to reflect really good. And you put the tanner on, buddy, you may really have something there.
Okay, I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
You've talked me into it.
And if it looks a little golden at the end of the day, that's okay, buddy. That's okay.
I've done it right. Does that mean I've done it right?
You did it. Real right. Yeah. Real right.
If I cry the next time I put pants on, I've done it correctly.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. So, yeah, there's all kinds of things. There's all kinds of things out there. Wow. I'm happy for you. I'm excited for you. This could be a really great next move.
Super excited for me.
Speaking of super excited, I just want to say this so I love the direction we're going in our podcast. We're calling people. We got to talk to our drama teacher, like just a lot of great feedback. That's been a lot of fun.
Ms. Bartley was
Mrs.
fantastic.
Bartley, yeah.
That was a special Skit Guys double issue podcast.
That was if it was a TV show, the announcer would have said, and a very special podcast this week. Yep.
Yes.
It's been nice talking to people out there that are Skit Guys fans and getting to know people. And so anyway, I like our new direction. And Jen, that's all because of Jen right there. She's a good producer.
She's fantastic. She keeps us on the straight and narrow.
Where is she at today? I noticed that she wasn't in the studio. Where was she at
Summertime.
today?
Summertime.
She's
She
out.
doesn't work.
She's out.
She takes the month of June off.
Is that what she does?
That's what it is.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Month of June off.
I wonder if she's in her driveway tanning.
No, she is very classy.
Very classy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
that's awesome. That is really awesome. Whoa, mister. Whoa.
What?
Are you saying tanning in the driveway is not Whoa.
Not my words.
Buddy?
Not what I said.
But yes, let's rewind it. Can we rewind it?
I don't think we have that capability because Jen's not here.
Well, eventually when this gets edited, okay, right here is where we play your words. Go ahead, play it back. I wonder if she's in her driveway tanning.
No, she is very classy.
Very classy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Tommy Woodard.
What?
You said what I suggested isn't classy.
No, I did not.
That we just heard it again. They played it back.
You said,
I said,
do you think she's tanning in her driveway?
Uh-huh.
I said,
she's too
no.
classy for that.
No. I said no, period. And then total different thought.
Gosh. No, you're
She's
not.
Classy.
Okay.
That's what I'm. There was not a comma.
Your Honor.
You couldn't see it because it wasn't in the written word.
Your
it was
Honor.
a period, not a comma.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, there is nowhere to go with this, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, when we have a defense who's arguing that there's semantics in the grammar, but we all heard it, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to go back, ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
Your Honor,
I want you to go
I
back
think-
and put a guilty verdict.
Your Honor, I think this needs to be stricken from the record because it is hearsay.
Objection.
There was
Objection.
no written record of what Mr. Woodard meant.
Objection, Your Honor. Objection. Sidebar.
What are we doing today?
Buddy, well, with Jen gone, we could, you and I, you know this, without someone kind of prodding us. We're like cattle. We have to be told where to go, right?
I would say more like cats.
We're just jumping up things looking for milk.
We're going to go somewhere. Meow. And poor Jen has to try to hurt us.
And the sound we make is awful.
Oh, it's yeah. At times it's like that was an animal. Then it was like, was that a child? Like you can't tell.
So, Jen did leave some questions for us from our podience to ask. So I thought we would do that. Is that cool?
Yes.
And a phone call.
That's great.
I thought we'd reach out. To somebody today too.
Fantastic. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, I've got a question that I'm gonna read, and you can answer it. Okay, we're gonna see these questions for the first time today. They're popping up on the screen.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm waiting for them to pop up on the screen. Here we go. Here's the first one. Legendary and epic. That's who's asking the question. Mm-hmm. Does it mean they're really awesome? Or do they think a lot of themselves? That's the question. No. Legendary and Epic asks, I'm going to have a question. I do have Arrested Development. I am a kid. I have the dumbest comedy. I got all the all types of those. Let's be real. I love video games, eat junk food. I'm childish. I like watching TV, but I love Jesus to life. I don't read, though. I pray, also known as talk to God. I've been a servant of his since 96. I got baptized in Jesus' name. I was to be a husband and have a wife, kids. How do you cure arrested development or failure to launch syndrome? I want to get on with my life. I need help. There's the question. Hopefully a skit will be done in my honor. I'd say next 2 weeks works for blessings. Guys, please help.
Did Jar Jar Binks write this?
No, it was legendary and epic.
Oh, I heard
legendary.
Amza.
I'ma have a question?
Yeah.
That's what you heard?
I heard a lot of...
I'ma have a question!
I heard a lot of disjointedness. Were they talking in their Apple Watch and that's what came out?
It might have been my reading. I'm not a good cold reader. I think at the end of the day, what I got out of it was the request is... how do you cure arrested development or failure to launch syndrome? I want to get on with my life.
Did it say he was married or he should be married?
No, he was going to get married. Wait, is it a he?
I think it's a he. Video games. I mean, I don't mean to be, just discriminatory. But yeah, it sounded like guy stuff. But
yeah.
So he's had arrested development.
Yeah.
And how do you get unstuck? How do you move on?
Oh, that's a tough question.
Golly.
Well, there's two different things there. If you are struggling with failure to launch, you just got to launch, right? Like, you got to light that rocket and take off.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking, Tommy, that's a tough one.
And if you have arrested development, you also have Netflix. So if he wants to get rid of it, then I would say change to Hulu.
I think, yeah.
Hold on. Is this your question? Is this your question, Eddie?
Is this my question? Did I send that in?
Do you have failure to launch?
No.
No. If anybody, it would be me. Out of the two of us, I would be the one, because I lived at my parents' house until I moved into my wife's house.
I want to Google failure to launch. I just want to know what that means.
Well, it was a movie. I'm going to say Jane Fonda was in it. Was that right? Was it Jane Fonda? Look up Failure to Launch. It was a movie. And in my mind, there's
a program, Failure to Launch. Failure to Launch is a 2006 American romantic comedy film starring Matthew McConaughey and Sarah Jessica Parker. Oh, so it's kind of like an adult. Yeah, probably you're right. Jane
Who played
Fonda.
the mom?
Yeah. Or she was in something. Maybe that was
it?
Stepmonster.
I don't remember.
I can't remember. With Ben Affleck and
J-Lo? That's probably what that was. Yeah.
So kind of a man-child. That's basically what we're doing, right? Failure to launch, like.
Yes.
Okay, so.
Right, man-child.
Yeah.
Arrested development.
Yeah. Well, what's the best advice to give him? It sounds like there's a huge payoff for being a man-child. Right? Or you wouldn't keep doing it. Right. So
yeah,
I think you got to look at the payoff and go, do I want to change? Because your comfort level and doing what you're doing, there's a huge payoff, and that's why you keep doing it. Whether it's positive or negative, it feels good, it is good, But if you really, really want to change, that's where it's going to get really uncomfortable. And you're going to have to look at the top 5 things you want to change. and you gotta go after it, no matter how comfortable you are.
And yeah, and that's the thing about change, right? Your desire to change has to be greater than your desire to stay the same, because staying the same is too easy. And I think
the biggest thing is the word arrested development, and which may mean something happened in my childhood, something I can't get over, something that was just really detrimental. And I think a lot of us, and I don't know how old he is, but even the generation under us, you kind of get stuck in a loop of, this happened and I just can't get over it. And there's two things going there. You're going to have to figure out how to change and get uncomfortable. And the other thing is how much you're going to let your past just impede you and stay in the loop of talking about the past and how bad it was. And you got to move on. At some point, we all have to move on and become better than what we've been given. Whatever that situation is that arrested him, there has to be a point where you go, okay, this is my life and I'm not going to live in the past and what happened to me. And it's time for me to get healthy with this and not be arrested anymore.
Yeah, it's fantastic that you can identify what the problems are, right? I mean, he's seeing the stuff that needs to change, but then it's like if you listen to a vinyl record and it gets stuck and it just keeps hitting skip, and you just keep hearing the same part of the song over and over until you finally decide, okay, I got to move that needle, and it takes a little work, but he's got to move the needle.
One of the best skits, he wanted a skit. Do you remember the skit? And we'll talk about this skit. It was so good. Like, I wish we would have thought of it, Tommy, because it is such a great, great, great skit. It was on Mad TV, and Bob Newhart guest hosted on Mad TV.
Yep.
And what's her name? Gosh, she's so Mo Collins. No. That's somebody else. She played Stewart. She played her.
Yes.
Can't remember her name. She comes in there and she's basically talking to her therapist, her psychiatrist, and she goes, and it was a person with Arrested Development. I am struggling with this. I am struggling with this. I am struggling with this. And Bob Newhart says what? Do you remember?
Was it Get Over It? No.
Stop it.
Stop it. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Stop it. Yeah,
everything.
Yeah.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Just stop it.
Just stop it.
And she's like, well, but let me explain. No. Stop it. Stop it. Like, and it just kept going and going and going. But it really, I mean, at some point, you got to stop it.
Yeah.
You got to look at what you're doing, and it is stop it.
Yes.
That doesn't sound nice and pretty and flowery and embracing all the feelings or the hurt of the past. But at some point, if you want to be married, if you see something different, you got to stop it. And that is so tough. But I mean, you're not going to have both worlds. There's no way it's going to meld together. There's just no way. You got to stop it.
I am about halfway. I put this book down a while back. I need to go back and pick it up. But I was reading this book that was written by a therapist and his daughter. And his daughter's a comedian, and he's a therapist. It's really well written. But one of the things that he's talking about is sometimes a therapist will just keep processing the same stuff over and over and over again with you. And he goes, you've got to stop doing that. Once you identify what the problem is, you can talk about it a little, but at some point you have to go, it happened. I got to move on, Yeah.
And even, and this sounds so crazy, but even repeating to yourself, I did not get the childhood that I wanted.
Yeah.
I will have to create a whole different world for myself. I didn't have whatever that, but saying it out loud sometimes just frees you up. And not knowing the situation, you really can't speak into the Arrested Development too much, but you can either stay there your whole life and complain, or you go, these are the top 5 things that I want to change in my life. And God, help me do it, because by 2022, I want these 5 things to look differently.
Yes. What is it? Is it in Isaiah? Yeah, Isaiah 43. Isaiah 43:19, God says, I'm doing a new thing. Can you see it? You know? And at some point you want to go, hey, God, how about a new thing with me? You know, because I'm so tired of the same old stuff.
Yep. That reminds me of one of my faves, and it's such an easy one. John 3:30, he must increase, I must decrease. And you go, golly, what are those things? If you want a new thing, you got to decrease the lifestyle and the hurts and the habits that you're living out of just to change. So
yeah.
I would encourage you, if you want a skit, that's a great skit. Google Mad TV, Bob Newhart, stop it. And it is funny and it's much better than what we said, but it may really inspire you. Like you may hear Bob Newhart's, you may hear his words.
Stop it.
Boy, just stop it. Along with, scripture of Isaiah, a new thing. Maybe you get a little index card and you put, God, I want a new thing with that scripture. Many things you got to stick in front of you if you want change. But it's never, isn't that funny? Isn't that something in life? If you sit idly by, change is just not going to happen. Like you are a lucky duck if just you get a windfall of promise and change, but more than not, it's the people, no matter what your personality is, going, I don't want this anymore, and you go for something different.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Well, good luck. Blessings to you. Let us know.
Yes, epic and legendary and epic.
Epic and legendary. Hey, E&L, I want you to be epic and legendary. I want that for you. So email us back. Let us know.
It's legendary and epic.
Okay.
I said it wrong. Sorry.
All right. Caller, you're on the air.
Hi, I'm a long-time listener, first-time caller.
What can I do for you?
Well, my name's Elora Z. And dudes, hello.
Hi.
Do either of you, after a long work day, change into your PJs as soon as you get home? Smiley face emoji. I do.
And who is this?
Elora. I spell my name E-L-O-R-A. Elora.
Elora.
Yeah.
I really thought you were saying E and L again, like legendary and epic, or epic and legendary. Yeah. So Elora, she wants to know. She wants to know. Let's do that. Even though they're not callers, let's act like they're callers.
Okay.
That'll be fun. It's
That's
like
fun.
our own. Okay, so do you put on your PJs when you get home from work?
Okay, I go first.
All right, you go first.
No, I don't like changing clothes. When I travel and we have a show, I wear whatever I'm going to wear for the show all day long. No, I don't. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm more of a shorts and shirt guy.
Yeah.
I would change into that, but yeah.
You're like the dad on the Goldbergs, right?
No, I'm not. No, I don't strip down to my underwear. No, I don't.
Is that not a bizarre thing that even happened in our culture at some point? That men came home and sat around in their underwear?
My stepdad did it.
No.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah, my stepdad. Yeah. Yeah. Every night after work, my stepdad would come home and take off his pants and sit around in his underwear. Yeah, I'm dead serious.
This is what's crazy. They weren't even wearing
same
jeans.
Scenario.
You know, it's not like they were wearing jeans. They were wearing pants. Who's there with you, Ed? I saw
my daughter, JC. What's up, baby?
We're not going out for lunch, are we?
No, we're not going out.
Yes, we are. Yes, tell her we are.
No, we're not going out for lunch.
We're going out for lunch. Yes, we are, JC.
Hey, I had JC, my daughter, put together a laundry hamper. Come over here, JC, real quick. Come right here.
Yeah.
Did you put it together?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Good.
Did you put it together successfully?
Yeah.
And why did your dad make you put together a laundry hamper?
Because he's mean. He's a
'Cause I need
taskmaster.
to do laundry.
Yeah, and what was happening with the laundry for you guys?
It wasn't getting done.
Do you think this will help?
Maybe.
Hey, let me put your headphones on her because I want to talk to her.
Okay. All right. Here, go ahead and get to the mic here.
Oh, okay.
Tommy's talking to you.
Hey, JC, how you doing, girl?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Now that your dad can't hear me talking, so you can just be honest, okay? And you can just say yes and no to things so he doesn't know what we're talking about, okay?
Okay.
Is he being mean to you? Is that what this is?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, good. And this hamper, was it a form of punishment, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, now, without acknowledging either way, are you safe? You can, oh, sorry. You can say yes or no. Yes or no, are you safe?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't see this coming. I'm a little concerned now. I did not see this coming. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. As soon as you hang up here, put the headphones back on your dad. I'll distract him for 30 minutes so you can get out of the house. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Cool. All right. Hey, I love you.
Love you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
You gonna go find something to eat? All right. Love you, babe. What were we all saying?
Hey, buddy.
Oh, no.
Nothing.
Oh, no. I'm going to have to hear it. Oh, boy.
Nothing.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's just talk for about 30 minutes until she can get to a safe place.
Is she in trouble?
No. She's fine. I just told her that I would keep you distracted for 30 minutes until she could get to a safe place. No, she was awesome. You know what's so funny, Eddie? So what was the deal? Were they like the clothes were piling up?
Oh, it was horrible. Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah. Like you want your kids to. Okay, you know me. I'm a recovering control freak, right? So, like, I could go in there and tell them how to do it and separate the whites, the brights, the lights, the darks. I could do all of that, right?
Yes.
And then I could watch how they do it, and they wouldn't. So all I want them to do is just wash their clothes,
right?
But in our bathroom, it is just piled up. So. No longer can they put their stuff in the bathroom, but they each have a dirty clothes hamper now in their closet, and they just got to wash their clothes.
That's good. That's fantastic. Hey, I'll tell you what. When I was seriously like 17, 16, I remember going to my mom and going, "Hey, I need you to teach me how to wash clothes," and she just started laughing. And she's like, "You don't need to learn that."
That's awesome.
Your wife will take care of that.
Oh, how funny. How funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Alora, we don't put on our PJs.
So did we answer Alora's question before my daughter came in?
Like the answer is, I wear whatever I'm wearing all day. Until I put my PJs on right before I go to bed.
Right. But
you may change into shorts.
Yeah, and it was a thing. Yeah, it was a thing like the Goldbergs. Yeah, people, and it still may be a thing. I wouldn't, take off my work pants and sit in my underwear.
No. If anyone listening to this does that, stop it.
Epic and Legendary may go back to his place and play some vid games.
Hey, stop it.
Stop it. Yeah, stop it. That's the name of our podcast. Stop it.
STOPIT. Stop it.
Exclamation point.
Yes.
Point. Stop it.
Okay, for real though, let's actually take a real phone call.
Love it. Let's do it. We got Jill.
Got it.
Call up Jill.
Let's do it.
This is Jill.
Hi, Jill. Hey, this is
Hi.
This is the bald skit guy, Eddie from the Skit Guys.
Hey, Eddie, how are ya?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am doing well. It's been a busy Friday, but this is a nice way to wrap it up.
Aw, that's
Fantastic. Jill, this is Tommy from the Skit Guys, and I'm not here right now.
Oh, you're not?
No,
Okay, can I
ma'am.
leave a message at the tone?
You can. Eventually, there'll be a tone, and I'll need you to leave a message.
Okay, thank you. I'll have my ears out for that.
Thank you.
So what's made it a busy day today? There's a question.
What made it a busy day? So I work in the mental and behavioral health industry, and everything kind of made it a Friday.
Oh, man, that's heavy.
Whole bunch of people needing support. But, the good part is that God put me in this place for a reason, and I'm here to offer it. So it's a blessing every day.
God bless you, Jill. Thanks for what you do. Thank you for the ministry that you have there.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. It's wonderful. I count it as a blessing every day. And, I look at it this way. Jesus was the ultimate person to support folks like that. So if he can be my example, then I'm just going to go for it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Well, hey, let me ask you a question. What was a turning point that made you go in that field, in that direction?
Really good question, Eddie. Because I've dealt with my older son who has mental health challenges and has all his life and didn't get the help that I would have liked to have for him. So I just wanted to take that direction and be the help that I didn't have, if that makes any sense.
It totally does. It totally does.
Wow. Hey, I'm going to lighten the mood a little bit and ask a lighter question. Where are you from?
I am originally from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I live in Colorado and have for almost 6 years now.
Nice. Very nice. So did you say you're originally from Philadelphia?
Yes, I am.
So that's the city of brotherly love. Are the people nicer in
Yes.
Colorado or Philadelphia?
I'm going to carefully venture out and say it depends on where you live in Philadelphia.
That's a good answer.
Very nice. Very, very nice.
Now,
Very nice.
we've asked you questions, Jill. Do you have any questions for us?
Oh, a gazillion, but I promise to narrow it down to just a couple.
All right, go for it.
Let's go for it.
Hey, we're here having a cup of coffee. We're here for you.
Yes.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. It's pretty awesome. So I guess my one question that I'm really curious about, and just absolutely am blessed every time I watch your stuff.
Thank you.
God's chisel has just brought me to tears on numerous occasions, and the one about the masterpiece was just I so touching, and the comical ones are just fabulous. I love that you bring the message across with just the comedy and the heart. So I guess my question is, or at least my first one is, do you draw on experiences with people that you know or come in contact with to bring these skits across, or is it all completely original?
That's a great question. What a lot of people don't know, Jill, is that we write all of our stuff using Mad Libs. And so, Eddie will just ask for a noun, sometimes a proper noun, an adjective, and that's, it's like casting lots in the Bible.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, that's a pretty unique way to write them.
No, a lot of our stuff would come from personal experiences or something that we've heard, something that we've seen, and we kind of just germinate that a bit and make it become a skit. Chisel skit came out of a real rough time in my life. I was newly married and started a new job, this thing called downloads, and there wasn't any downloads, Jill, in the early 2000s. And
there was barely an internet.
Yeah, there was barely an internet. And so it came out of a time when I wasn't really producing, but I was still making skits, And God's chisel came out of that time where it truly felt like I was being squeezed and God was chiseling my character.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And to bring it across the way that you did is just, it's phenomenal. Really appreciate you kind of corralling that in a way that's so relatable.
Oh, you're so kind. Thank you. Well, yeah, we really do. Tommy and I, we will talk all the time about ideas, and there's just a good yin and yang as far as collaboration. We also have a lead writer that we give our stuff to, and she's been with us for about 3 years, and her name is Renee, and a lot of the videos you'll see, she'll take the lead on those, and the narrative pieces, like a mom goggles or something like that, she'll take those pieces and really put the first draft together. Then Tommy and I will come in and go, hey, what about this? What about this?
Yeah. We know that stuff originates somewhere. Long ago, before we started making videos, we made a CD. And the title of our CD was Can't Make This Stuff Up.
Yeah.
Because we know that so many of even the humorous things, some of the best ones come from real life experiences.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good question.
Oh, absolutely.
Great question.
Well, good. I have at least one once in a while, so thank you for that validation.
Cool. You got anything else?
I guess my other question is when you do your tours, do you mostly go into churches? How did you actually start going around in person to do this as opposed to just doing the videos on YouTube or doing the skits in churches? How did that come about?
That's a great question, too. We actually started doing what we're doing by performing for our youth group. I was 19, Eddie was 17.
Yeah.
And so we started doing skits for our youth group. And then our youth pastor, if he went somewhere to speak, he'd take us with him. And then he started sending us places he didn't want to go. And
yeah. And then somewhere around the year 2000, I guess, Jill, we were making videos and we were putting them out there. And before too long, they just started around 2007. These videos, a lot of them started going viral. God's Chisel was one of them. And then we had our operations guy named Jay Halver, who was kind of looking at the demographics and where some of these videos were being sold. And he was going, do you all ever go to Michigan, Pennsylvania, all these places? And
places
Jill,
we didn't go.
We did not go because the plane rides were too long.
Yeah.
And so he was going, you all need to go to these places because these videos, people are buying your videos. And Jill, we started saying yes to these events and these family nights and these family comedy nights. And we were blown away. Like there would be 1,000 people that would pack out a high school auditorium because of these videos. So it really was kind of a collaboration of just great people going, go here. And have you seen these guys? Yeah,
and the truth is, Jill, we've never said have us in. We just go wherever people call and ask us to go to.
Yeah, we have never advertised ourselves one time over the 20 years as far as book the skit guys.
Yeah.
That's just, that's phenomenal testimony to both of you as well. Because I know from my own experience is that when you say yes, even if you're not sure what that yes is going to lead to, God's going to bless your socks off. So bring some extra socks because it sounds like you got some blessings coming your way.
I love that. Bring extra socks. Jill, that's going to be in a skit or a video.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
I want to hang out with Jill.
Well, thank you. I will be honored. Thank you.
Jill, we have one more question for you.
Of course.
Would you, if we sent it, would you wear a Skit Guys t-shirt?
Every day until people couldn't stand to be around me because it was
Yes, that's a good answer.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Well, we'd love to send you a box of Skit Guys swag, and so we'll make sure that our producer gets with you and finds out, what size shirt you need and all that kind of good stuff.
I would absolutely love that. It would be an honor to wear it and advertise you and just support you guys, and you'll be in my prayers for sure.
Thank you. And thank you for what you do, and thank you for sharing a little bit about your son. And we will be praying. And thank you for just having a heart that wants to help other people. You're a beautiful person.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I got to give God the credit, but I appreciate the kudos. Thank you guys for what you do. You guys are awesome.
Oh, thank you, Jill.
Thanks, Jill. Have a great evening.
Thanks. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. That is lovely.
Wow.
I just love that. Don't you love that?
I want to hang out with Jill.
Yes.
She's
yes.
caring. She's got a great sense of humor.
I love that we're calling people. So
Yeah.
audience, if you want us to call, Jen, how do they reach out? What do we say?
You can send an email to podience@skitguys.com. I think. Let me
Maybe.
just double
How do you
check
spell
that
podience?
really quick.
PODIENCE. Podience.
And that is spelling is again?
PODIENCE. 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 Have we ever trademarked Podience? We probably need to before someone mega popular like steals it and goes, hey, these
Right.
are Podience number.
Can you imagine?
Right. Kim Kardashian steals it, and it's like, there's a Podience show, the whole bit. Hi, welcome to my Podience. I love you guys. You're my Podience. And we'd be sitting back there, we created that.
You don't make fun of her.
I'm not. That's how she talks.
That's not. You're making
No,
fun
that's
of
how
her.
she talks. That's how she talks. I'm not going to apologize for that. But
Okay.
I love the
sorry.
questions, and
Yes.
we need our Podience. Give us email us because we want to call you. We want to talk to you. This is
It's really
fun.
fun. It's a lot of fun. Well, let's go back to some more questions that were written in.
Hi, Skit Guys.
Hi, who's this?
Hi, Skit Guys. This is Melanie.
Melanie?
Yeah,
Melanie,
first
what's your last name?
M. Melanie M.
How you spell that?
M.
Oh,
letter
got it. Oh,
M.
just M. Got it. Okay, go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead. Yeah. Yeah.
Sometimes I put M, but it's just M.
Oh, that's crazy, Melanie.
I'm millennial. Oh.
So hold on. Let me just make sure I get this right. You're Melanie M. the millennial?
Melanie.
Okay,
I'm a
got it.
millennial.
Gotcha,
I've
okay.
watched a lot of the Kardashians.
Okay.
And I like to elongate my words. I don't need to, but I feel like if I enunciate and pronounce things, they come across more intelligibleness. So, anyway.
I'm so sorry, actual Melanie. So go ahead, Melanie.
Okay. I'm a long-time listener, and I've called several times. So this isn't my first rodeo,
Oh,
you guys.
got
I
it.
call
Great.
A lot.
Great.
Sometimes I don't get through, but I'm so glad to have gotten through.
Yeah, it's crazy that we wouldn't let you through.
Right? Must have been a slow day at the Skit Guys Phone Central.
Uh-huh.
So here's my question, okay? Are you ready, guys?
Yes.
Ready. If you were a great grandpa, what would your advice be to your great grandkids? Love you guys. Thanks for everything you do. Bye. Now I'll stay on the line. I want to listen.
Melanie,
Melanie.
I'm sure,
Wow.
Melanie, we love you.
That was deep.
It was a voice.
That was a deep question.
It worked though well too, didn't it?
Yeah. What would your advice be to your great grandkids?
Man.
Well, I guess if I'm still alive and I have that many greats, or are we writing this down? Which one is it?
I don't know. I don't know. Your shins may have taken on a life of their own, and people want those, and they've become a commodity. Maybe not here, but like in places like New Zealand and Frankfurt and New Guinea, and they're like, "Hey, those are the Woodard shins," and you like created a brand, and the brand made you enough money to where you're like 103,
Well, and they're literally just bone color now. Like that's the thing.
Yeah, you're like Herman Wokes who wrote The Winds of War. He lived to 93, but you're in that element. You're in that zone, right? Living in Palm Springs where the air is kind of arid, but it's working for you. It's working for you.
Oh gosh.
I I kind of sound like Dennis Miller there for a little bit, didn't I?
Yeah,
Herman Wilkes
you went
broke
off
the winds of war.
You went off on something 1% of America would understand.
Living in Palm Springs on Bob Hope Drive.
What would your advice be? Oh,
It's a great question, Melanie. It's a really
gosh.
great question.
This is a great question. Oh man.
Well,
one
one would be
moisturize
close,
your shins.
right? And
Yeah.
close the chip in your head and quit watching stuff through your eyes, right? Because it won't be put your phone down.
Oh yeah.
It'll be turn off the chip in your head and quit
Yeah.
and just really talk to somebody, right?
Yeah.
Quit looking at us like you think you're talking, all the while you're looking up stuff, just on a little screen in your eyeball there, right?
Turn off and tune in.
It's still going to be the same, right?
Right.
Turn off and tune in. Yeah. You know what's so crazy? This is just a little side ramp, little side ramp. Last night I'm watching Amazon Prime and they had the Carol Burnett show.
Oh, I love the Carol Burnett show.
So this is the very first season 1, like episode 6. Okay.
Oh, the new one.
No.
Oh, the
Like
old
19
one.
like
Season
1960.
1 from like the, oh wow. Yeah.
67, whatever
Okay.
it was, right?
Got it.
Right. And they did a skit. Jonathan Winters was on it, and they did a skit. This is so crazy. And this kind of goes to this question. Well, kind of, but anyway, it just kind of shows that nothing really changes. Jonathan Winters, Carol Burnett, they're on the couch and they're watching TV. They're in their pajamas and they're kind of like going to sleep, like they're like real tired, like they're trying to stay awake. And you hear the TV do the whole thing that you remember it used to do, like around midnight.
Oh, it'd go off.
We're now signing off.
Yeah.
Right. And they're staying awake for it. They're like, wait, stay awake. It's about to end. It's about to end. And they hear and then right after, before they signed off, what did the TV used to do? Before
Star
they
Spangled
went to
Banner.
Star Spangled
Right?
Banner.
Yeah.
So they stand for the Star Spangled Banner, and then they sit back down, and then they're like, okay, turn it off. And they go, no, don't turn it off yet. We got to wait till that little light turns. Till you remember when you turn off your TV, there'd be that little white bright light that would go away.
Oh yeah.
And so they're sitting there in the dark, this husband and wife, and they go, do you think we watch too much TV? They're like, no, we don't watch too much TV. But, they've spent all these hours, like, hey, why don't we wake up at 4:30 and have our breakfast and we'll be ready to go at 5:30 when, the morning news starts and blah, blah, blah. But they do then the whole skit goes into all these references of television and commercials and blah, blah, blah. But it impacted them. I mean, the whole thing was they are impacted by TV.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting to think in the next 30, 40 years, we've already seen the impact of the phones. We know what we went through as Gen Xers, millennials, Gen Zs. My goodness. I mean, it just seems like more and more people are going to become more and more isolated, more and more withdrawn. And how do you get the future generations to really engage?
Well, once the apes take over, I mean, it's not going to be a choice anymore.
Right.
Right.
Apes with really bad shins.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
I could be worshipped by the apes when they take over.
That's the title. Apes with really bad shins. Not Stop It, but Apes with really bad shins. That would be a podcast that I'd want to listen to.
So, okay, for real, advice for my great grandkids. If I could just tell them one thing.
You're about to Jesus juke this, aren't you?
Here we go. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Stop it.
Ah, you did. That's
Stop
awesome.
it. Whatever it was, whatever it is that has a hold of you, stop it. Just stop it.
That's good. Give it to God. Stop it.
Yeah. And to that one grandkid that's about to unplug me, stop it.
They're only keeping you alive because you're making money off those shins.
It's the shins. It's the shins.
I love that.
All right, bald skit guy, bring this around. Tell me what you would tell your great, like if there was one thing that your grandkids could learn from you, what would it be? And you can't say do your laundry.
I could.
No, you can't.
Try to do what you love. Try to use your gifts and talents for God. Try to make him famous, no matter what the world looks like, no matter what, even if it doesn't look like the way it used to look 30 years ago, 50 years ago, whatever that world looks like, whatever the conditions are, you still can make a difference. You still can be that light in a dark area, and knowing how you're gifted and how God made you, people still need hope. People still need to know that they're loved and cared for. And how do you make that happen? How do you build a legacy with that?
And
that's what I would say. And stop it.
And life is better when lived with a best friend.
Amen.
I can't believe I had to bring that up. I was
Find
waiting
a best
the
friend.
whole time. I was waiting the whole time.
I was going to say it.
Nothing.
I was going to say that.
Whatever. You know what? I'm telling my great-great-great-great-great-grandkids, avoid Eddie's great-great-great-great-great-grandkids.
Oh, boy. That's good. I love you, buddy.
Buddy, get back out on that driveway. That neighborhood's not going to stay classy without you.
Right? I'm just keeping it classy. That's good. Hey, podience, if you're still listening, which bravo if you still are.
Kudos.
We got more. We be praying for our movie.
Yeah.
We got some exciting things to tell you, like not like 3 years ago, but things are happening, and we're gonna have a podcast just especially for that, just ironing out some deets. So either it'll be the most exciting podcast ever, or it'll be the most depressing podcast ever.
And I'm gonna say this: you're gonna be watching a Skit Guys movie in the theaters in months.
Oh my gosh, in months.
Yeah,
I think
you can count it in months.
Fonzie, you just jumped the shark a little bit there.
No, in
Fonzie.
Months.
No, you're such a cup half full type guy. I love that about you.
Months, I tell you.
All right, so be praying for us. Lots going on.
Yeah.
It's really exciting. So, and I love doing it with my best buddy.
Too late.
Oh.
Too late. You had
I'll
the
go.
chance. You had the chance to tell your great-great-grandkids, but no. Yeah, I didn't
I'll
even
go.
make the final cut.
I'll go wash clothes.
Hold on, let me
right.
see what time it is. I got to make sure I gave JC enough time. Yeah, she's good. She's
What
good.
did you say to her?
Man, hey, podience, thank you for joining us. It has been fantastic.
All right, I'll go find my daughter.
All right.
All right, love you, buddy.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
The Skit Guys podcast is brought to you by skitguys.com, where you can always watch their videos for free and peruse all things Skit Guys. Tune in next week for another thrilling episode of the Skit Guys podcast. Until then, live long and lie prostrate.